thing right now. I love the kid. I see her head, his head's right there. So there's so much behind the scenes that he has blessed me with. Oh my God. Welcome to the zoo. You ain't gotta choose. We break all the rules and we in the booth.
Yeah, I'm spitting jungle things. Yeah, we got the widest things. Okay. The widest things you'd have seen. You can come and join the team. Welcome to the zoo.
Welcome to the zoo. Welcome to the zoo, y'all. Welcome back to another episode, guys. I know that all of you guys clicked on this episode for a very special reason. So without further ado, let's go. Currently today, as you guys can see, the zoo is kind of destroyed. We got stuff all over here. I got a big cage right here. I got a bunch of stuff over here. I got a big pond. We're sweeping. It's a lot, okay? But we're getting it all under control. I'm rescaping cages and all of that. So I'm trying to get it all done today. I got probably like 10 hours left to get everything done. Maybe less than that. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock right now. I got like 8 hours to do everything. So we're gonna try to get everything done today. So y'all stay tuned and enjoy the vlog, baby. So that's why I wanted to ask you guys, to anyone who knows basically how to do this, I'm thinking of, adding rock structures to this. Like this whole entire park, all of this wood and stuff, I want to add rock structures, and then this is going to be like a viewing panel. Like each mesh part is going to be viewing panels, but we're going to have rocky mesh and like moss and plants hanging out of it. I'm thinking of doing something like that that's going to last very long. I don't want it to just all peel apart. So can y'all help me out in the comments down below? Do I like put mesh over this first and then spray the foam on the inside and let it expand out? Do it that way, and then I can carve it and make it look like rocks. Or am I able just to slap the foam straight up on here and then it will like puff out on its own? I don't know. I need y'all help. So please comment down below something so I can start kind of realizing what I need to do, because that is definitely a step that I want to do here at the zoo. Well, I've thought about painting the enclosures like jet black. This one I'll probably just paint jet black, honestly. And I don't know if I'll leave it like that, but I still want to do the plants and the structures and everything like that and make it look like a viewing panel. I want to make these two match because there's only 2 wooden mesh enclosures in here that's really built from me. So I want to make them, look and stand out just a bit different from all the other ones. Oh my goodness, I'm so we got this one too. This is like a shorter enclosure, probably like 5 foot, maybe like, I don't know, 5.5 foot. But yeah, I want to basically I'll probably paint this whole thing jet black too. Maybe a different color, I don't know. I gotta fix these locks and stuff on here. But a lot of y'all have been commenting, Wilder, go get a selfing dragon. So I'm gonna do it, I'm looking forward to it. But I think this is gonna be an enclosure that we're gonna do for the baby selfing dragon. So y'all stay tuned. I told you guys once, but tell you twice. Hit that like and subscribe button, comment down below something crazy. And we're gonna be getting that baby very, very soon, because I had multiple people reach out and be like, bro, you need to get a selfing dragon. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it just for y'all. So yeah, I need to get all of this stuff cleared up real quick. And we're gonna come straight back, because don't forget, guys, we got a new unboxing animal at the end of today's episode. So y'all stay tuned. Let's go, baby. I'm so excited. One thing about owning a zoo, you guys, is that cleaning actually never stops. It's like every day I'm cleaning something, bro. The monitors might poop in the water bowls. As you guys can see, I just emptied it out and she walked straight back in there and pooped in it like 20 minutes ago. So it's literally never ending. It's never ending. You always gotta clean stuff. You always rebuilding stuff. Monitors are super heavy bodied lizards and animals. And whatever you put in there, if you don't drill it and screw it and foam it in place, they will definitely move it 100%. I've had plants in this enclosure. I've had structures in different basket spots that even weren't screwed in, but they would just go and like work on its weak spot, and then it would end up falling or breaking or something happens to it. So now I'm trying to redo this whole enclosure again for just my black dragon. And my coming guy, I'm gonna show you guys in a second which enclosure he's going in. Yeah, bro, sweeping never ever ends. It's crazy. I'm always having a bunch of dirt on my floors. What I'm thinking though is that we're gonna get a bunch of plywood and stuff, and like all at the bottoms right here, and in the back I'm gonna like basically barricade it off so they don't, when they're digging, it doesn't just fall out on the floor on this concrete. Instead, it's gonna stay inside where it's supposed to be. Whoo! Just like that, water fam, it's been 10 hours. It's like, not playing. It has not been 10 hours. But guys, we finally finished cleaning up everything here at the zoo. So I'm gonna give y'all a quick tour, and then we can get on to the special part of today's episode, which is gonna be sick. All right, so it's a bit darker over here on this section, but we got a giant pond right here. Yeah, I have a huge pond because I'm thinking of doing some ideas with it. It's gonna come out pretty soon, but it's gonna be used for the lizards and the reptiles. I got a little bit of inspiration from some people, and I think that's what we're gonna go for. So right here in this enclosure, we're gonna be putting the Indonesian giant sailfin dragons in this one right here, which is gonna be super dope. I got a bunch of videos that's gonna come out in here because we gotta get a big water feature. We gotta make this super dope for these kids. I want them to have the best of the best, okay? So y'all stay tuned, turn on the post notifications so I can see this enclosure come to life, and then we're gonna get some sick babies for it. This is Luna's enclosure. It's not done. This is just what it's gonna look like for right now. I gotta fill this water bowl up and get that napkin out of here because I've been cleaning. I gotta clean her water bowl out because you pooped in it again, you kid. Holy, but yeah, we gotta do all of that. Like I said, I wanna get plywood and put it all at the bottom of the edges of the enclosure. So when she's digging, she won't knock the dirt out and it won't be all on the floor. Oh, and then right here, we got my boy Forrest. Check him out, he is such a beautiful animal. But like I was saying, guys, I want to do like a foam around these enclosures just so they don't have that wooden look anymore. And I want it to look like a cave, like add plants and add different structures all through it and make it look super duper cool, And then he has this big water bowl in there. I want to get a filter that connects from the outside that I can manually fix and work with. But yeah, his enclosure looks great. So we just got to do that on the outside. I need y'all to drop some tips. All right, water fam, I think y'all know what time it is, baby. It's finally time, okay? So I cleared out a bunch of room. I don't know if we're gonna do it on this side. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna do it over here. We're gonna do it over here. We're gonna unbox him. But I just wanna say before we unbox this kid that we are building a giant enclosure for him. He's not gonna live in this little, temporary enclosure. This is just to keep him warm, keep him nice, keep him ready, because I didn't have any space prepared for him. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, we're gonna do a big enclosure. So I need y'all to hit that like, subscribe button too for that. All right, y'all, I know y'all hear the music still going. You hear your boy. Oh, let me not do that and tip this whole table over. But yo, it's time to unbox the baby, the kid. Let's go. I'm hyped. Are y'all hyped? I don't think y'all hyped enough. Spam in the comments, I'm hyped. And just so if y'all do that, if you guys do that, I'm gonna do a giveaway. In the next 2 weeks, we're gonna see how many people can spam the word hype in my comment section. Whoever spams it the most times is gonna enter the giveaway, and that's gonna higher your chances to be picked as a winner. And maybe, I don't know, what should the gift be? Some type of animal, okay? Y'all gotta send proof of your enclosures to my DMs, and whoever wins and spams hype the most amount of times. Woo! So without further ado, I gotta move. Oh my goodness, I think that thing just fell. I thought that it did. Holy, that would have been mad loud. But it's just like this metal thing, bro. I hate when it falls because it sounds so loud. It sounds like this. Loud, right? Yeah, I know. Okay, so this is where we're gonna be unboxing the giant whoa, I almost said it. But we're gonna be unboxing one of my new babies, guys. How sick is that? It's gonna be dope. So this table's a little dusty. I gotta get it wiped off real quick. Yeah. Now we're ready to go, baby. So give me 1 second. Forrest, do you want a new plant in your cage, bud? Think you do? Let's do it. All right, so for all y'all non-reptile keepers, you might be wondering, why are you spraying down this table? Because I keep a lot of animals, and with different species, I don't like to cross-contaminate things, especially because this is a new animal, and I don't know which animal I had on this table. I know I had a tortoise on here before that kind of had a little respiratory infection, and I run a reptile zoo and a little reptile rescue sanctuary. So when I am able to take in certain animals, I do. But sometimes, they always get new homes. Like this tortoise got a new home, but I just gotta make sure that this thing is all nice and wiped down. And she hasn't been on it for like 2 weeks, so we should be all handy dandy and good. But I just want to make sure, so I'm gonna wipe this thing down. Oh, there we go. I know it looks crazy, right? He's in a big old box. Well, this is a bag. So what us reptile keepers do is we put our stuff in a big bag. So I'm sitting down. But I want to say, you guys, to everyone out there watching and who's just about to witness greatness right here, this thing was something that I wanted for so long. Being like a little kid watching Animal Planet, and seeing like Burmese pythons never really read ticks, but I remember this one episode I can quote. It was from some show on Animal Planet. And these guys would go out and build reptile enclosures out in like people's houses. And this one guy was a firefighter. He had two sons. They were about like 11, like 13, something like that. They looked like twins. And the dad had two reticulated pythons. And they built this huge enclosure in their basement. They had a big water feature, and the two cages were connected kind of, but they were separated at the same time. My memory isn't that great. It was several years ago, but I can remember that one, and that sparked, a love and an interest in big animals, and it really, really, inspired me as a kid from then, because I said one day, I'm gonna make the move and I'm gonna get something that cool. And right now, we're sitting right here at the front of my forearms, that's breathing and poking its head out and trying to go crazy. Bro, it's just something that's just so amazing. And, I know that, God has really, blessed me just in this season with so much, It's been so much behind the scenes that he has blessed me with. So much that's happening on the channel, and it's just such a blessing, bro. And to be able to have this animal here in my possession, to be able to keep it and house it properly like it should be out in the wild, it's gonna he's gonna have an amazing life here. Pretty nice for a retic. Retics are nice. They're like better than most big snakes that get giant, but they do have a cage aggression occasionally. It's not aggression, it's more like food motivated, right? So they're very food motivated. And when you're in their enclosure, you gotta just basically use a hook or something to get them out of that food motivated state. So without further ado, we got my big baby right here, dude. I got my hands. I see her head, his head is right there. So pretty sure this is the male. That's what I heard from the owner. But bro, this thing right now. I love you, kid. Let's unbox you. Just know that I went through a lot to get an animal like this. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my gosh. What's up, baby? What's up, kid? Oh, you come here. Yeah, you're a big guy. So, he's been in the cold because he had to travel probably about 17 miles just to get to where I live. And bro, let me just tell you this right now. That this animal right here is just so dope. It's so amazing. He's a sweetheart, I can just tell by his demeanor. I'm reading his body language. He's tongue flicking. He's just so cool, dude. So I've had him for, a few hours in my possession. And dude, I just want to say thank you to God, to Jesus Christ for, literally blessing me once again, dude. He wants to get back here in this dark crevice. But look at this. You're just so cool, dude. It is just such a blessing to have an animal like this. Look at that. What's up, kid? Yeah, what's going on? And God made this animal. Look at the high yellows on this kid. It is just so dope. He's golden. He's a beast. I need y'all to comment down my words are so hard, bro. This kid, I need y'all to comment down below a name. He is golden. He is a boy. He has a yellow. He is super cool, but I need y'all to have a name for this kid. He's boy, oh boy. You are such a king, bro. You're a king. And all that. So out in the wild, these guys come across king cobras and big old, that king cobras are the ones that are eating them out in the wild. Because the king cobra, a male king cobra, is about the size of this retic right here. So I don't know the correct measurements of the snake. King cobras do get up to I think 14, 15, even 17 foot out in the wild, which is crazy. And males are bigger than females in their species, but in this species, females are bigger than males. So when they're juveniles and sub-adults, king cobras are overpowering them and eating them for lunch. But once they hit that big old mark where they get a little bit too big for the king cobra, king cobras become their food. So it is crazy and it is so cool. They battle out in the wild. This kid, you are so cool. Look at the iridescence on this baby right here. How sick is this? You are one of a kind, kid. So many people don't like snakes. You know, they try to say snakes are weird, snakes are nasty. And honestly, I think it's because most humans can't comprehend on how God can make an animal crawl on its belly with no limbs or anything, but it's a whole lot of muscle right in its side, like all around its body. Its whole body is muscle, bro. And he can just like move around just using the muscle that he has, that God has given him. What's up, my guy? You are so cool. Oh my goodness, he has an iridescence. He is just so stunning, bro. Y'all can see me smiling ear to ear. Like, this kind of stuff right here makes me so happy. And I'm pretty sure he's a male. This is cloaca. I'm gonna show you guys right now. So this is his cloaca. All the rest of his tail is like at least a foot long. Look at that. So this, his cloaca right there. Come back here, Bubba. Well, I know you see fours down there, right? You see lizards? Do you like eating lizards? I'm sorry, you can't eat that lizard if you like lizards. You know what I'm saying? You're so dope, Bubba. I love you. Love you already, kid. Here, I'm gonna need you to stick up right here. From you, it doesn't look like you have spit. Then it does. Okay. So these snakes are powerful, but I'm sorry, buddy. I don't want to start our relationship on a bad start, already. Because this kid is so nice. He's so gentle. But you guys can hear him breathing. It's probably because he traveled, and that traveling is super cold right now. So that could be the reason. Looked like when he was growing up, he lost a bit of his jaw. Maybe, he was being fed alive or something, and it looks like something like bit a part of his jaw. But nonetheless, he's a flawless animal. This animal is flawless, baby. I'm just so blessed to have it. Respiratory infections are super easy to overcome, so I'm not worried about that. We're gonna just give him some antibiotics, make sure his enclosure and his habitat is at the correct humidity and the right heat. Ain't that right, Bubba? Yeah. So he can see, he's a python, so he sees straight up in infrared. So I look like a big fireball to this kid, and it's so cool to think like that. Like, this kid, to him, I look like a big giant fireball, don't I? My arms, my hands, everything. So that's the reason why they can kind of mistake you, when you're walking their enclosure all fast and quick. That's how people get bit. But I'd rather take a bite from him than a bite from my Asian water monitors. I know, yeah, he's huge, right? But all these retics do is defensive bites are not bad. You're just gonna have a little bit of spikes in you. Monitor lizard, they bite you defensively. I'll have to go get stitches, okay? I'm gonna keep it just like that. Him, yes, he's full of muscle, and he will, if it's like a feeding response bite, right? Which I can avoid 100%. If it were to be ever a food response bite, all he would do is just coil up really, really tight and squeeze. And yeah, he's strong, but all you gotta do is grab the tail and just unwrap yourself as quick as you can, So as he's trying to coil you up, like your arm or something, he's not big enough to coil your whole body up and make you not move. But if he coils up, what are y'all doing in the back, man? I'm trying to film. But yeah, if he coils up your arm or something, or your leg, just unravel it and you'll be straight up good. But we got a retic, baby. How sick is that? What's up, kid? All right, y'all, so check it out. I'm hanging here with my bud. He is just so cool, and we are just bonding right now. He's such a blessing, bro. I'm gonna keep it straight up with you guys. He's a big baby. Check him out. Oh. But yeah, he's so cool, bro. I love this kid, and he is super, super chunky, super nice. And it takes a lot of knowledge. I'm reading his body language as I'm holding on to him. He's kind of sort of like the Asian water monitors. They come from the same region. They kind of have basically the same body movement as well. Let's check out your skills, my boy. Yeah, they have basically the same body movement, like tongue movement wise, I'm saying. Because obviously he's a snake and they're lizards. They have different body types, but their tongue flicking ability is kind of the same. So when he's flicking around, they have long tongue flicks, which means they're happy. They have short ones, which mean they're a little bit grumpy and they're not sure what's going on. They have, if they stop all together, that means they're scared or they're trying to, strike or something, So especially when they're in the enclosure, you really gotta read their body language. It is something that's not super common when they're out, unless he was an aggressive snake. You know, an aggressive snake just means he's scared, he's frightened. But he's been worked with ever since he was a little hatchling, you know. So he is just a sweetheart and such a cool animal. You want to go back on the table, brother? Look how cool he is. So we got to measure this kid because I'm not sure how long he is. So without further ado, I guess let's measure this big old boy. He's probably about like, I would say 25, 30 pounds. Not that heavy, you know. Maybe he's a little bit more heavier. I don't know. But he's a sweetheart. Let's measure this kid and see how big he actually is. Buddy, I'm gonna sit you right here. So hopefully we can measure him as well on the floor. I don't know how long he is. But we're gonna go from the rough estimate the guy told me. Whoa, I'm right. All right, brother. Probably 10 foot, 10, 11 foot. So we're gonna put you all right there. Let's see how big he actually is. All right. So about right here, this is like 10 and some change. So let me grab him. Come here, Bubba. I don't want to grab you aggressively. But he's 2 years old, so you got some kid. You're gonna grow some more, huh? Big boy, let's do it. Let's grow some more, sweetheart. Hey, he has like another 12 to 14, no, 12 to 14. Males get up to 12 to 14 feet out in the wild. So he can grow another 2 feet, maybe another 4. We'll see, but he's 10 foot right now. I wonder how much he weighs. Maybe we'll weigh him in the next episode. Big retic, what's up? Oh my gosh. Look at him, bro. His tail is almost on the floor still. So as you guys can see, he's a pretty biggin'. Yeah, you're a biggin', boy. You big fat thing. Snake lizard looking thing I'm playing. He's a beast. He's a retake. What a crazy cool animal. And as you guys can see, he has my arm coiled up. And I can tell you right now, but I'm gonna bring y'all over here to show you how you get out of it. All the way wrapped around my leg now. Okay, so let's say this was a food response bite. All you gotta do is just grab his tail. Grab his tail, just like that. You're gonna wrap it over his body, just like that. You see? And now my arm is free, just like that. Wrap this part around just like that, and just like that. You're free from the big retic. Yeah, I know that all my snake experts who are out there, y'all probably hear him breathing a little bit weird. Yeah, I think it's because he's just been traveling super long and you know, it's been chilly. We're in the chillier months. So we're gonna make sure he's all good and healthy. I'll probably give him a vet trip. You know, I was thinking about doing it to Luna. I thought Luna had a respiratory infection when I first got her because her breathing was hard and it was just like, ugh. Like he was like, you were out of breath, you know? So I thought I was gonna have to take her, but it ended up healing up and I guess because she had a warmer basking spot, warmer temperatures. So we're gonna do the same thing to that guy, and if his doesn't clear up, we're gonna take a trip to the vet. But words are hard, okay? We're gonna, y'all understand what I'm saying. So without further ado, guys, thank you, Jesus, for all these crazy zoo animals and everything that we have here at the zoo. Man, it puts a smile on my face to be able to live out my dreams and to be able to see all these different animals and, you know, have them in my possession, bro. You know, even my pastor, bro, he was like, yo, like you have the sickest animals and he wants to come do a tour. So maybe if y'all want to see that video one day, I'm going to order a bunch of rats and birds and different stuff that we can feed these animals and we're going to have a blast, bro. It's going to be a full feeding video and a tour video. So y'all let me know in the comments down below if that's something y'all want to see. If y'all want to see my pastor come over and literally handle these crazy animals. It's gonna be dope, bro. But I love y'all so much. I love Jesus Christ. Without him, bro, I wouldn't be in this position. And I've had a few comments where people would say, bro, you lost me at Jesus. And guys, all I can say is I'm sorry for that, you know? But I can't keep my mouth shut about Jesus, bro, because he has blessed me so much, time and time and again. You know, I went through trials, but I still said his name, and he's blessing me right now, bro. And it's just so cool to live in a blessing. So I hope that all of you guys will reap the same thing one day. And, you know, the hardships don't last forever, but Jesus loves, he lasts forever. That love, bro, is just something else, you know? So I hope every one of you guys can experience it one day because, bro, it is truly something great. But I'm not going to hold y'all. Y'all like, subscribe, comment down below if y'all want to see some more episodes. We're going to be building a retic enclosure. We're going to do a whole bunch of stuff here on the channel. I know a bunch of people have been commenting, get self-in dragons. We're coming soon. So catch y'all in the next vlog episode, baby. Peace.
Welcome to the zoo. Green iguana, how we climbing. Sugar glider, how we gliding. Come and see all about it.
Welcome to the zoo. Mercy back and we water.
He's such a blessing, bro. When he's flicking around, they have long tongue flicks, which means they're happy. They have short ones, which means, oh, this thing right now. I love the kid. If they stop all together, that means they're scared or they're trying to, strike or something, So, especially when they're